ॐ शङ्खं चक्रं जलौकां दधदमृतघटं चारुदोर्भिश्चतुर्भिः सूक्ष्मस्वच्छातिहृद्यां शुक परिविलसन्मौळिमम्भोजनेत्रम् कालाम्भोदोज्ज्वलाङ्गं कटितटविलसच्चारुपीताम्बराढ्यम् वन्दे धन्वन्तरिं तं निखिलगदवनप्रौढदावाग्नि.
To present the paper of role of Sukumara Grita in Prasava under the guidance of Dr. Sunita Siddesh and Padma Sarita Reddy. This was the abstract that was sent. My presentation would include introduction, materials and methods, observation, results, conclusion, and discussion and conclusion. Introduction: pregnancy and labor are physiological entities which may turn pathological at any point of time. Garbhini Paricharya not only aims at improving the health of the mother and the fetus, but also helps in preventing the complications like Mudagarbha, Dushprajata, Amayas. Even though specific Garbhini Paricharyas for the 8th and the 9th month of pregnancy like Asthapana and Anuvasana Basti have been mentioned in our class 6, with the present day busy lifestyle of women, the practice could be modified for her benefits. Administration of Grita has been mentioned throughout the Paricharya to combat Vata dosha, which modifies itself into Prasuta Marta during Prasava. Hence, in the present study, oral administration of Sukumara Grita and Go Grita has been taken up as it seems to be more acceptable route of medicine administration. Materials and methods. The objective of the study was to assess the efficacy of Sukumara Grita in Prasava. The source of data were 40 primary gravidae with 36 weeks of gestational period and on regular ANC at SKMCH and RC, Bangalore with primary gravidae with 36 weeks of gestation on regular ANC were selected. Intervention: Group A, 20 primary gravidae were administered with 10 ml of Sukumara Grita daily with warm milk as anupana before food at night from 36 weeks of gestation onwards. Group B was administered with the placebo, that is Go Grita, daily night with warm milk as anupana before food at night from 36 weeks of gestation. The assessment criteria: maternal and fetal well-being and the progress of labor was assessed on standard parameters of Bishop's score and partogram. The time taken in different stages of labor was assessed. Final assessment: the outcome of the different stages of labor was observed, assessed and was compared with the control group. The Bishop's score, as we know, the score above 5, which would favor for normal labor, was considered, and the investigations which included the routine pregnancy profile. The observations: incidence with the age: 60% of the patients were found in the age group of 20 to 25. Incidence with the diet: 55% of the women were vegetarians. Then 77.5% of women were homemakers. Then, considering the socioeconomic status, most of the patients, that is 65%, were from the middle class. The incidence of dilation of the cervix at admission. This is an important factor which we need to keep in mind, that with the administration of Sukumara Grita, all admission, none of the patients had a closed cervix, which in itself indicates that it is progressing towards a normal labor. So 87.5% of women had cervical dilation of 1 to 2 centimeters and 12.5% had 3 to 4 centimeters of cervical dilation. Incidence according to effacement of the cervix at admission: 40% of the patients had 60 to 70% of cervical effacement, 57.5% had 40 to 50% of effacement. Incidence of consistency of the cervix at the time of admission: most of the in the group A, all the patients had soft cervix, and in group B, the 16 patients had soft cervix and 4 had medium. The incidence according to the position of the cervix at admission: what was important was most of the women had, that is 16% of 16 women had midline cervical position and anterior 4 in the group A, and 12 in midline in the group B, and 4 in anterior in the group B. Incidence according to station of the head: that is 14 of the patients had head at -1 station and 6 had -2, accounting to 50%, and 14 at -2 station in group B and 6 at -1 station in group B, accounting to 50%. The incidence of Bishop's score: all of them, that is 100% of the patients moved had an indication that they had a Bishop's score favoring for a normal labor. The results were obtained between the trial and the control group. The analysis was done statistically. This was the comparison for time taken for 10 centimeters dilation, that is the full dilation, which between the groups, and this was found statistically significant. The comparison of time taken for first stage of labor, this was found statistically significant. Between the second and third stage of labor, there wasn't statistically significant result that was found. The mode of assistance, about 80% of the patients delivered normal vaginally with an episiotomy, and one patient in both the groups did not need any assistance, and 2 patients in the group A delivered through the LSCS, and 4 patients in the group B delivered with cesarean section. Discussion: the process of labor must be bearable and without undue delay in the process is called Prakrita Prasava. Every woman wishes to have that, and one of the functions of Apana Vayu is Garbha Nishkramana Kriya. All the events starting from the initiation of labor, maintenance of uterine contractions till the delivery of the fetus, and after birth, all depends on the actions and activities of Vata. To keep this Vata in optimal state, Acharyas have advised to administer Sneha in the Garbhini Paricharya. The probable mode of action of Sukumara Grita, as it contains Dashamula, a major Vata Shamaka, Trinapanchamula acting as Mutrala, helping in checking the physiological pedal edema. Drugs like Shirakakuli, Ashwagandha, Shatavari, Payas, Guda, having Brahmana property, helps providing nutrition to both mother and the fetus. Erandathaila, having Madhura Rasa, Katu, Kashaya Rasa, and Ushna Virya and Madhura Vipaka is the best Vata Shamaka and facilitates Vatanulomana. Women experiences certain physiological disturbances like constipation, headache, backache, fatigue, pain in the lower limbs. These symptoms are found due to the recession of Vata, and these were well combated in the control group. The duration of first stage of labor was significantly reduced in the trial group, the mean number of hours being 6 to 7 hours as compared to 9 to 10 hours in the control group. Better cervical rachni and dilation was seen in the trial group as compared to the control group. The second stage was uneventful in most of the patients with no delay in cervical, with no delay and no cervical, vaginal or perineal tears were seen. The third stage in both the groups had mean placental expulsion time being 5 to 6 minutes. Conclusion: Sukumara Grita helps to achieve early cervical rachni and shorten the first stage of duration of first stage of labor as compared with the Go Grita, with the present increasing incidences of cesarean section with cervical dystocia as an important contributing factor. Sukumara Grita facilitates weaving. Thank you.